All right. Hello, hello. Thank you to all of our community members that are listening to this replay. Remember, if you're listening to this replay, we would love to still hear your ideas. So drop them in our ideas chat. You can find that under our Think Tank section here at the top of our Discord. Also, anybody that's here in our community call, if you don't want to unmute, feel free to share any ideas about what we're talking about in that ideas chat as well, or anywhere throughout our Discord. You guys know our Discord is set up to just be that open source of resources. So anytime you have them, make sure you drop them. But let's get into our community call for today, because we have some amazing things going on. We have our physical to digital fashion show coming up next month, and we have our resource website on its way out. So we have a lot of things that we are doing to be building, preparing, and getting this workout. So I'm very excited to continue to actually build, put things together, and start showing the world the things that we are creating here together, and the solutions, and how we are showing people how you can come together and co-create and transform physical to digital. And I just get so excited thinking about it. So let's dive into how others can actually contribute and get involved. So let's go by first starting in our physical to digital chat. So if you guys see under our section here where it says Raw Season 2, this is in Discord. So there's a section Raw Season 2, and there's one called P2D Fashion Show. And of course that just means physical to digital. At the lounge. Okay, perfect. So you found it. So yes, so this is where we are going to be sharing everything about the fashion show. So something, as you see, we did just get it started like yesterday or the day before that. I was able to use one of our bots to help us create response generated roles, so that as more people come, they can hit an emoji and that will automatically give them a role. So like, say for example, if you guys click on my name, you will see I have season 2 designer, season 2 builder, and season 2 fashion show team roles, because I've clicked those roles before. I know Tiny's reacted to it before, and Havo's reacted. So you definitely want to start by actually reacting to that message there. It's also in the pinned messages, so if you haven't scrolled up to the top or know where I'm at, all of this information that you definitely want is in our pinned messages in our fashion show chat. So it starts with just some flyers that really show we are looking for models. Our models are going to be wearing AR filters or physical fashion. With our AR filters, it's going to be like, say for example, a model has a headshot, and now they partner with like Jevels, and now they can wear the AR filter jewelry on their headshot. Now we are educating models how they're able to sell their headshots as NFTs, so that these AR filter digital dressing designers can use their pictures, you know, just like stock photos, basically, kind of like that, and empowering models in that industry in that way, and connecting digital jewelers that need these fashion models as well. So being able to kind of mold that, bring that together, and start that initiative, it's great, because that's how we are connecting people, right, to transform that physical to digital and creating real bridges between these communities. And then that goes into our designers as well, where you can showcase new or old NFTs. We just ask that you use the theme renewal. So say for me, renewal just meant using old NFTs and using the new skills that I have to renew them a bit. So maybe it's springy, you know, so I am also going towards some more spring colored NFTs that I have, but still just wanting to kind of renew one that I had already. And then the last one is our builders. So you guys know every single Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, we meet in the Neos Metaverse to actually build the environment. And it's looking really, really cool. If you'd like to see how it's looking, you can go to our building chat. And I think I dropped a picture. I didn't drop an update yesterday. What? What? Okay, well, I will have to drop an updated picture here really quick so that you guys can see what that's looking like. What I'll do is I'll actually do it as Tiny's presenting so that you guys can see. I'm not good at multitasking and talking. But yes, it's looking really, really great. You guys can see it live streamed on Twitch. I've put it on our TikTok, on Twitter. Our TikTok be jumping. Looks really, really great there. So yes. So physical to digital, the fashion show. Hold on, here's some people joining. Let me welcome them. Oh, welcome everybody. It's a party. Shamgar, Binks, Acapella. Hello. Awesome. So we are just hey. So today we are talking about how people can contribute to the fashion show, as well as we're going to be talking about the theme for our website. So I did just get started into talking about that. The biggest thing that I mentioned so far is actually checking out Raw Season 2, that section, and the P2D fashion show chat. And if you scroll to the top there, you can select roles. For anything that you want to take a part of, so that way you're getting notifications. And sometimes I even want to direct message people, and be like, hey, did you get this? So if you hit that role, I'll actually, reach out just in case your notifications are off, because I get it. So anything that's posted that's important will also be in the pinned messages. So far here I have like a wiki links for Neos, which is really, really great. It'll tell you all the things that are like compatible with you importing into Neos. But Neos is pretty great at basically being able to handle anything. There's not too many things that you are going to need to like change around, especially because we've decided to do this scavenger hunt style. So basically we are going to pre-set up everything, write a cool plot that has like clues that kind of kits people like moving around our setup, and then that's it. So they're moving instead of our stuff. So even if you guys remember like my model, if it gets imported as a statue, it's fine, but if I try to wear it, that's when it can't really move. So, that kind of saves us a lot of that trouble. You can import pictures, cars, just about anything, literally anything. So that document there has all the dirty details. I am going to also create some content this week, kind of making it more clear, like FBX files and what you can do for music, because we also want to be able to incorporate music during the event so that it's, everybody on the scavenger hunt, but it's still a lively event. So we do want to include the music, different fun things like that. And then we have our Google Drive. I have that pinned. We're about to dive into that in here in a second. I have a PDF file that's in there, but just goes over how to contribute, which is having your own folder in that file, and then some flyers. So I'm going to start to share my screen. Did anybody have any questions about anything I've mentioned so far before I just kind of go into how you actually contribute? Shamgar, what's up?
My bad. I didn't mean to mute.
Okay. Well, hey.
Hey. Hope everybody's having a great day, though. I'm looking forward to being in this call.
Yes, I hope everybody's having a great day as well. Thank you for that. Cool. So let me share my screen, and we will keep going. And I always try to make you guys kind of follow me throughout the Discord initially, so that you start getting better at actually going through the Discord and seeing what's happening. So we are going to be in the brain. If you've never had access to the brain before, the two places you can gain access now are in that P2D fashion show here, and again in the pins, and it's here, or you can always find it in our updates. So under our info here, under updates, also in the pins. And this is, again, just for anybody that's listening, informational purposes. You can always find our Google Drive, because this is where you can come and upload like any resources. So here in our brain, we have shareable content. We have things about our workshops, resources, just about anything. So here we're going to be focusing on our P2D fashion show. I made it pink, again, because it's kind of springy. So this is where you want to go when you're in the brain. And here you see I have 3 different files. This one is obviously just saying, please start by opening these 2 and reading them. And then you create your own folder in here, and then you add to it. So it's very brief. Just shows you a few steps. One, how to like actually make your folder here. I like to get into the details because not everybody has done things before and not everything is common sense. Also, how you can drag and drop everything. Again, I am going to release more details about what that really entails. And then most importantly is kind of like an introduction on what your piece is, because this is what we're going to be using to help us create these clues in the scavenger hunt. And it's a reminder, it can be new or old. Here's some links to actually download Neos or our Twitch, where we broadcast every Saturday. So, that's just a very easy document for you to read, understand what you have to do. And then here it talks about our swag bag. This is something that Vlad did suggest during our last strategy call, which is definitely great. I think for us having this event, one of the things that I really want to do is showcase artists, right? One of the things that we say as the Raw DAO that is saying, instead of having a marketplace and instead of doing a lot of these other things that would focus on our community, we're creating a hub of resources that others can use to network with and connect with resources and connect with others. That creating just these skeletons, right? Like this fashion show where it's like, showcase your NFTs. It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter where it's uploaded. This is just an area that we created for you to come and showcase your NFTs is really great. So by having this event, something that we also want to do is continue to educate our NFT artists on efficient ways to connect with their audience. And so in that, they can give a free NFT, or I actually put a few different things. Maybe it's like a discount to physical merch or AR filters. We were kind of saying it would be cool if we had an AR filter for the event. Like if you were to go to another, New Year's Eve event and you all get like cool little filters depending on what location you're at. We could have like a cool physical to digital fashion show filter that everybody that registers and gets a free ticket will also get that filter to get it. But designers can also include their own like AR filters, right? I usually try to make a AR filter out of my tie-dye t-shirt, so maybe I'll try to include something like that. But again, it's to remind our artists that you want to be connecting with the visitors after the fashion show as well. So we'll be putting together that swag bag, and basically what you want to do again is you're just going to create a folder here. So just like I wrote the steps, you press new, you press folder, and you name it. That's it. You want the name to be your brand name or whatever name you go by. My designer name is Mocasso, so my NFTs that I mint, I go by Mocasso. Sometimes if you want to go like the long version, it's the Mocasso of NFTs and that's the long version of my name. So I made my little Mocasso folder here and I opened it. So this is, again, I got this pattern from a tie-dye t-shirt, and actually you see I actually will want to drop a pattern in here. Oh, I did drop a pattern. You know what I did? Okay, so what I did was, this is something that I'm renewing. So this is like my NFT, a t-shirt or a dress that I made. And then this is my introduction. And then for my swag bag contribution, I have another folder here, Mocasso. I want to actually make it pink again so that it's easy for me to remember, but I included the pattern. So this is the pattern that I actually made from my physical t-shirt and used on my digital fashion. So when anybody actually gets comes, they'll just get this pattern, right? And usually that's something I include when people get the NFT. So that was a cool thing I thought that I added, as well as a banner for social media that just says Raw Season 2. And I use this making one of my patterns as well. So for my contribution, I thought that was cool, a pattern and a banner using one of my patterns. And then here again, it just has the information, and this is for the swag bag contribution, and that's how I strategized it, right? So this is my little folder. This is my old one. Obviously, it's not renewed yet. I just did this for giving an example purposes. But yes, this is what it's going to look like renewed. And then also, this is my little intro that I was talking about. It should only be a few sentences. So I said, I'm the Mokasa of NFTs. I enjoy turning my tie-dye tees into NFTs. The journey of creating one-of-one patterns and then transforming into digital patterns that are transformed again and used on things like social media or even NFT fashion has been amazing thus far. Here are a few of my original pieces I renewed with the new skills I have gained this season. So it's a very straightforward of who I am and how I use the theme for my creations. I hear somebody's unmuted.
Like
What's up?
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the guy who just joined Cam, that's my duo, and I invited him to the server, and I kind of wanted to be a part of this community. But I also wanted to talk about basically how I wanted to add a tab to this because I was going to create like not only my introduction and everything I needed, but I also wanted to help people like with social media content or whether it be gaming, but like any of those like all around borders. I feel like because I feel like a lot of advice I have, so there's like a lot of content I plan to give out in the server basically about those things.
Cool. I love to hear it. Thanks for spreading the word. Welcome. You said his name's Cam.
Yo.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you all. I'm Cam.
Nice to meet you too. Are you a streamer as well?
Yes, ma'am. I do stream.
Awesome.
As
Well, yes, our stream team is coming in hot and ready. I like to see it, Shamgar. See what you're doing.
One person at a time. One brick at a time.
Exactly. Because we got to do it together. We all are coming together, and we'll be able to do some amazing things. I was streaming just being in the metaverse, and it just adds different content. And the more of us that's doing it and getting this out there, the more we're able to control the narrative. I was watching one interview, and they were saying how it sucks because the metaverse is being looked at as a certain way because of the money that's behind it right now, where it's like us that's really creating and really building, we have the power to actually come together and build these amazing events and create the narrative that we actually want. So definitely appreciate you for being a part and what you want to add. I know we also were adding that one channel. Me and Tiny were actually just talking about that too, the ethical hacking. So I definitely didn't forget that. So we'll have to talk more about how
there was that, and I was gonna say too for anybody who does stream or does that, because I see you all just created the page. You have to DM me every single time because I know it sounds tedious, but like DM me your link and I'll personally like make sure I host you all and stuff because I want to get everybody an affiliate. Because like I literally just got another Twitch payout yesterday, and I mean it feels good personally getting paid as a content creator, and I want those things not only for you all but I feel like the whole brand could really have that, especially like our page because it does grow and more people come in these calls every week. So
yeah,
we just gotta keep grinding. I feel like, and I think I could help us in that aspect very much.
Exactly. No, we definitely would appreciate your expertise on that streaming front there. So definitely we'll get on that and actually getting the stream team rolling and like a calendar and a weekly call, something like that, or bi-weekly, something where it's like, here's some tips on what you should be doing to put yourself in a position to put it out there and how we can come together. I know we talked about having competitions and contests and actually just putting it together.
I actually have more websites for that too.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, sorry to interrupt you, I'm kind of looking for a manager right now too, and that's kind of like a big thing because if I could like have somebody that help with that, I'm like really willing to pay. So I've been looking for that because I know that person's gonna be able to help me tremendously, like putting a lot more content into this Discord and like doing a lot more.
Cool. Yeah, I know I've seen you have put it out there before and got some feedback. So definitely reach out and see if any of that works for you and what you're looking for. If not, our community is always growing, and even if it's just tips that we have, we got that. But like you said, we're always growing. So more people that's coming, especially with you saying, it being a job, one of those, or not like a job, but something that's going to upskill you and add to that resume. We always say that's the point of our community, is upskilling each other. So you're adding this to your Web3 resumes, right? Because community managers are real. Projects are really looking for this and really looking to pay different things. And it can be small, right? You're a content creator, but you still have your LLC. You still need a community manager that's going to make sure you're on path to be successful. So any way we can do, we definitely will help. But cool. Appreciate that input. Did
you.
anybody else have anything else to ask maybe about contributing to the fashion show? I know I kind of went through that presentation a little quick, but it is very straightforward. It's mostly just accessing, clicking on a role to get your role, accessing the brain, and then creating a folder and adding your files there. We will have two options where you can upload files and then we will set them up, or you can come into the metaverse and set up your own display. With that, something else I do want to say that's really cool is it doesn't have to just be NFTs and NFT fashion. You can import anything. Like, say, for example, I know Acapella makes buildings himself, right? So say he has like a really cool building that he wants to bring in. That's something that you can bring in. A lot of people know Blender. So if there's anything that you want to add to it, I know we all talked about lighting structure and trees and like all of that kind of really, really cool stuff. Those are the kind of things, we can have a folder that anybody can just add to. And even something I was talking about with Vlad, who was saying about writing the storyline for our scavenger hunt. And I'm like, yeah, and then you also, are able to then link your actual story, like your actual short story, whether you meant that as an NFT or you put it on Amazon like usual, but, we'll get away so that now our visitors are also able to connect with you as well, our storyline writer and our builders, right? And still, again, showing how we all came together to co-create, and all of our visitors are able to see the writers and the models and the builders and the creators and the music, the musicians, all of us creating this amazing experience. So any way that you can envision yourself contributing and also not just adding to what we're doing, but also getting the attention to, again, follow you after. How does that visitor now connect with you after? That's a big thing. What's up, Vlad?
What I was going to say is, now, I am a newbie on how NFTs are put together and everything else. But from what I understand, you can include information in these things like a QR code or a link or anything else that once you give these things away, whatever you're going to do, and I mean, like Mo said, it could be a texture, it can be a link to whatever, a discount, it could be a pamphlet that tells how to do something, anything that tells a very minor product or service or anything that you can do as a lost leader. This is who I am. This is a sample of my work that you can give to the people that show up so that they know who you are and they see a little bit of what you do, that they can take home. As much as you can touch and feel a digital product, they can touch and feel and use your digital product. Because most of them aren't going to necessarily need one or use your thing, but a percentage will. And that percentage now you've got as new customers. And it didn't cost you anything more than whatever this little tiny thing was you gave away.
Yes.
And then you're going to have that new customer to curate for life. So, I don't know if anybody here's got your email list and your MailChimp stuff set up, or all the stuff that goes along with that, where you newsletters and you go back to your customer base and all that kind of thing that works on the back end. I mean, I don't want to talk down to anybody, but I don't know how much everyone's familiar with that end of things. But once you have a customer and you've got them in your list where you go, who they are, you can go back to them over and over and over again forever with everything that you've got every time you've got something new. So any little thing that you give to them today, as long as you can get their contact information where they validly give you willingly a way to get a hold of them in the future, that's invaluable.
Yes. And a really good point to piggyback off of that is, if you guys remember, we're doing this in partnership with MetaFest 2. you guys know usually we try to organize our own little speakers and our own little, workshop, and then we're going to have our fashion show after that, or as like our big shebang that Sunday. But instead, we are just partnering with MetaFest 2, who's having a workshop the entire month of June, just about starting June 9th until June 26th. And we're going to be a part of that. So some of the things that's really cool is, first of all, they already have their own community, right? And so that's one of the strategies on how you grow as a community, is by collaborating with other communities. And you guys know this has been something we've talked about many community calls. So this is just one of these steps that we've been taking, and that's why we're building with Musashi and the Mullick Build group, and more connections that are just continuing to get us, further into this space, and growing as individuals and as a community. So being with MetaFest 2, just like Vlad was saying, you're not going to know a good amount of the people that are going to be looking at your work, and this is going to be the first time that a lot of them are going to be hearing about Raw, or about Planet Binks, or about Shamgar on Twitch, any of Issa, this is going to be their first time that they're hearing about us. So you want to be leaving an impression so that they want to keep learning more. So really excited about being a partner with MetaFest 2. Vlad, on the email list, something I was thinking was doing Eventbrite tickets. Although we are a part of MetaFest 2, I think it would be really cool to do Eventbrite free tickets, where we can say like, hey, it's free, so you get your free event, but that way we're collecting people's names as well as their email address, and then we can email them right then, information about the event. We can email updates, because I was able to send a few emails when I made Eventbrite last time. So it's like, kind of airdropping, maybe different parts of the swag bag. Like I said, we're going to create a filter before the event, so maybe we'll airdrop that the night before, and different things like that.
It also gets commitment to show up.
Exactly. Yep.
It makes it more official. You're getting buy-in that they'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Shamgar, seeing you unmuted. Did you want to add? Or
Yeah, I think it's beautiful what you were saying. I like that you gave me the deadline. I just want to personally, like I said, with the content, I want to get that more so rolling, because I did see, I've been learning a lot from guerrilla marketing and stuff, and I think there's a lot of things to help grow our social media and give, not only our look, but our brand and everybody else's content, not a better look, but just more going in, more standard and more official. So more of these people can see the value in which we have these things. So I think a lot of us have a lot of good skills. It's just about getting it out in a form where other people can see it, other people can perceive it, essentially.
Yeah, really good point. And share those, please, because Tiny and I are always creating content. And we were actually talking this morning about re-strategizing how we're putting out social media. If you guys have ever seen our Instagram, if you go through the slides, it's very informative. Our page looks very sleek, but we want to revamp it a bit and get the colors out there and the information.
Can I give some advice?
Definitely.
So you go in your insights and you go to your you go to your active followers, and you see when your followers are most active on that account, and that's when you basically schedule your post around. And so then also with the guerrilla marketing that I was talking about, essentially you got to go into these Web 3.0 hashtags and other crypto hashtags. You got to find the niches in our community, and then you have to go in those, and basically you go to recent, and basically after you go to recent, you go through, and there's you can type out a sentence. It doesn't have to be a bot-like sentence, because you can actually interact and engage with these people, because you are trying to look. But the more comments and stuff you comment on different people's content and just interact with people, I've seen it has helped my account a lot, and a lot of people have came to my stream. Not only that, from TikTok, it helps for basically every single social media, because I have YouTube, you have TikTok, you have Hover. There's a lot of actual different social media platforms that we have. And I feel if you take advantage of all of them, and you have a consistent schedule that you're posting every day, you're gonna grow. Regardless of anything, you're gonna grow if you're following those things consistently. Literally, I've seen it myself, and I've seen it in me and other people. So I know if all of us did it together, and I'm putting in money to help find editors and help find people to make content consistently, I know a lot of clips would go up, because already the clips that I post on TikTok and stuff, a lot of them go viral as is. So I could just only imagine all of our clips, and we're really putting time into hashtags and stuff like that. It'll really go up.
And you know what's crazy, Shamgar? We actually have done a lot of that. A few weeks ago, we did a lot of research on hashtags. So we have using like metaverse, NFT community, fashion, digital fashion, and kind of different niches and what those hashtags would be. And then also different times of day. But we were even thinking today, because I know Tiny was saying it was hard to see the analytics with how much information we have so far, that maybe we'll start posting often. But I see that you have a strategist role. So what I'm going to tell you to do is, if you see the section called submissions, we have an exclusive chat for our moderators and strategists called the Raw Content Curators. So under submissions, it says Raw Content Curators. Drop any information you have in there, because that'll help us curate our content. Issa, sorry, I see you unmuted as well. Please share.
Yeah, sorry. I want to talk before, but you guys were saying a lot of interesting stuff.
Yes.
I didn't want to interrupt.
I know, I was like,
So
don't
I
lose your
wanna
thought.
Yeah, I really wish there was like a reaction thing here on Discord. So do you have a roadmap of the event, of the fashion catwalk? And also I want to know, like, after that, is there going to be like a showroom, and also I want to see the distribution of the digital space in the metaverse. I don't know if you have already that.
Oh, yes. Those are great questions. So I do not have a roadmap of the event, but what I can do is make one this week, so that I'm able to share that, especially because we do have some dates coming up. And that's exactly where we were going to be talking about, kind of to wrap up the fashion show, is how to start putting this out for more designers to get involved. We have, I want to say, at minimum 10 different designers right now that are going to be contributing, and it can only go up from there, because that is just from the immediate designers that I know are like ready to start putting their stuff out there. So I definitely will get a roadmap so that it's clear on what's needed and when that's needed, as well as a better display. I have kind of one display, one picture. Let me see. I'm gonna drop it right now, actually. And
I also want to know if they're in, because we have musicians here, so we can contribute, make something, collaborate together during the fashion show, playing their music and all of that.
yes, we have
I was ready to say I got a whole bunch of like great drill music, and then like I like anime and stuff a lot, so like art and stuff is kind of cool to me. So like obviously I don't know much about like digital like NFT fashion, but if you said you could do all around like style and fashion, I could probably create like cool little subsections. If I had my own little area and stuff, I could probably do something in that. I was thinking.
Yes, so I just dropped a picture in the P2D fashion show. Binks, I just seen you unmuted. Did you want to add something real quick first?
Hey guys, yeah, I was
Hey.
gonna say, if you need music, if you want like a live DJ, or if you want someone to maybe live sing or perform for your fashion show, let me know what kind of style or genre. I can find someone for you, since we got a pretty big lineup over here.
Cool. Yes, that's cool. And I
That's
know
awesome.
we
Yeah.
have a good amount of musicians as well. I know Tone kind of does the same thing, where he's got like music DAO that's kind of forming, and they do like live producing together in Africa, and then they mint it live together. Some really cool stuff. And then you guys, like you said, you have your lineup. Everybody has some connections. So I think the best way on kind of doing that is like what you just said, Binks, is having like maybe a DJ, and then getting everybody to contribute some songs, and then we have like a really cool playlist that a DJ can kind of be working for us. I think that would be cool. So definitely. There was also another question. Oh, also I just dropped the picture in the P2D fashion show chat. So if you guys see, that is kind of like an updated version of what it looks like. And if you see this first section here that's kind of closest to us, that's what you want to be looking at, because those are the 3 different kind of displays that you'll be able to choose from. So if you see the very first one, and the display is like my avatar, you guys see my little person as my face here. that's her. I imported the actual avatar into the world as well. So on the first display, I've kind of called that the physical to digital one because all of this is inside and outside. So you see, I just have one avatar kind of standing up tall from the back, but inside you can have the avatar standing up in there as well, or pictures on the wall, or the avatar in different positions and different things like that. Issa, what's up?
No, sorry, I think I left my
Okay.
my mic open. But
Sorry.
also, it would be cool to do like a dynamic with the newies, with the new. Oh, I don't know how to say it in English. I forget the name. Sorry. Um, yeah, with the people who are going to attend the event. Like we should do like a game or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be a scavenger hunt. It's going to be a big game. So we're going
Nice,
to.
nice, nice.
Yes,
Sorry, I
so
think I
it's going to
missed
be a
that
big
part.
game.
Yeah,
So
cool,
basically,
cool.
it's going to be. So I sent you guys the picture. We're going to have everything set up. Everybody's like avatars, pictures, everything. We can even have cars. Like in Neos, there's different things that you could have that can like just change. It can look like you're like tripping. Like it looks like everything's like pink and wavy, and you got firework guns and cars and all kinds of fun stuff that we can kind of put around the world to even make it a little funner. But we can also hide NFTs and all kinds of stuff, and we're going to give clues so that people are basically exploring each different display and being able to actually, like, say for example, if somebody went up to my display and seen my avatar, they'll be able to click on it and also go to see my NFT, where they could buy the real NFT if they want it, or follow me on social media and connect with me that way, and then get the next clue and then go find the next designer and keep growing and following people from then. So it's definitely going to be a big game. So I think having like a really cool playlist with all the different people, that would kind of make it super exciting. I think that would be a good part of it as well. So love that. I'm going to talk for 5 more minutes about the fashion show, and then we'll get to the theme, so that way we're kind of wrapping up here in just a bit. But one big thing, I want to have just a fashion show meeting, so that the people that are involved in the fashion show and on that fashion show team, maybe we meet like every week, even if it's just for like 15 minutes, so that people can ask their questions. I know we kind of meet on Saturdays already, but sometimes that doesn't work for everybody. So with everybody that's selecting their roles, maybe something that we'll do is actually create another day and see what kind of day works for everybody that we can meet. So welcome, Curry. Thank you for joining. I'm going to wrap up, finish talking about the displays, because I think that's really cool to help people start visualizing how you can create your thing. Especially, I know Shamgar mentioned having his own little area, because ideally that's what it is, right? You have this inside, outside. So you'll have these 3 different versions. There's also that one that has a circle, and then you see my avatar floating. Again, you can go inside around that back ramp, and again, you can have pictures on the inside of that. You can also have, if you go on the inside, that's just where you hear music. You know, you can set up furniture in there. You can set up a whole environment. And then you also see the last one is this tripod, basically, in this little area here. So this one has like 3 different areas, and again, they're inside, outside. So you can have maybe 3 different versions of an NFT, 3 different NFTs if you want, and then you kind of get the whole little section, and then the people will be walking through the tunnels, through the sections and whatnot. So this week the goal is to organize that information a lot more. I'll probably make another YouTube video just kind of walking through how to get to the Google Drive, how to contribute with the folder, what's needed really quick, that I can do it in like 5 minutes with my little avatar and start sharing that. That way that will be easy to share. Like, hey, you want to help, watch this quick YouTube video and meet us in Neos Metaverse on Saturdays. If you can't meet us, watch the Twitch on live stream. You know, chat in the building chat in the fashion show chat. Check those pins. That's where all the information is. I know Vlad isn't able to build with us on Saturdays, but he's gonna go on Neos on his own time. That's cool. That's perfectly fine. I've gone on in Neos not on my own time a few times. So any way that you want to contribute, let's do it. Let's figure it out. Let's make it happen. And that's that. So did anybody have anything else that they wanted to add about the fashion show? Oh, Binks, I seen you said, what is the date? It's going to be in June. We don't have an exact date yet, but it's going to be the end of June. And yes, we will yell at you if we need you. Perfect.
Yeah, we're packing house and we're going to be on the road next weekend going cross country. But once we get there, we'll be setting up shop, going mobile for a few months. Ooh. But yeah, we'll still be here and still be working.
Sounds fun. Okay, yeah. And I know you were all about, lighting. So any kind of cool lighting stuff that you guys want to make and import to it, let's do it. I know you got some digital fashion, physical to digital fashion, anything you're able to kind of put together, that's cool. Also, Issa, I remembered one of your questions that you had asked that I kind of wanted to touch on, which was the showcasing. So once we put this stuff up, we're going to leave it there until our next event, and at that point we can decide to continue to build in our metaverse and maybe expand, because I know fall season we have that coming, and I think we had mentioned having like a fall concert kind of thing. So maybe it's like a fall concert with the fashion show, and then we can like really get into that kind of combination. But at this point, that can be another thing that we can offer to artists is, hey, set up your display here, and then you'll have it displayed in our metaverse for the next 3 months. So now you can also tell your collectors they're able to go into our space and explore the other designers and explore this display as well that has their NFT in it, kind of like a museum. So I think being able to offer that will also be cool, to again show promotion. So cool stuff.
Perfect. Thank you.
Definitely. And again, you guys know we have a project manager. We'll be advertising it a lot. The next 2 weeks, we're going to be advertising heavily to our builders and creatives, getting the word out to get involved in building it. And then all of June, we will be spreading it to the collectors, telling everybody to come and actually join it and be a part. So very exciting stuff. Tiny, do you have your computer ready with the theme so we can dive into our website next?
Yep. Give me 1 second.
Perfect. So while she does, we'll go over a quick recap on what's happening with that. So last week, if you guys know, we have our awesome website that we're building that's going to serve as a resource hub. We're all in this space, and it's like, where do you find this information, right? So we are trying to be this hub to organize this information by making it decentralized, letting the people organize it, letting the people create it, right? Creating these decentralized solutions for peer reviewing and cross-checking each other and different things like that. So in our website, the very first thing is going to be our resource hub, which is where we'll be able to link articles as well as our SOPs. You guys know our SOPs have been going really, really great. Those have actually been also getting a lot of traction on YouTube, with people liking to go in and watch these easy how-to videos. You guys know I've done SOPs for how to use pre-made bots and how to write a white paper and how to write a roadmap, and different how-tos. Tiny's even made some SOPs for how to use the scheduling app that she uses for Instagram. So how to use Canva, different things that she knows, and it's creating easy how-to write-ups that make it very, very easy to see. So if you guys have never seen those, we have a SOP section over on our categories. It's right under our community section. It says SOPs, new SOP alert, and SOP topic request. So if you look at the SOP alert, you can kind of see what it looks like. Again, very easy, very straightforward, and anybody can create them and add it to the library. So that's what our resource hub is going to be kind of centered around. Also around a massive calendar. Say, for example, Havel's working on the digital fashion industry, and we're going to have like a massive calendar to show all of the stuff happening in that section. And then we also have our reviews, where we'll be reviewing marketplaces. So those are our two aspects of our website that we're going to be starting with: our resource hub and our review hub, where people can review marketplaces. So the point of today is to choose a theme. We'll actually like narrow down to 3 to 5 themes, and then we'll put it to the community, and we can all vote on which theme we would actually like to use, and then start building so that we can actually have it kind of ready when our fashion show rolls around, so that when that happens, we can tell people, hey, start adding SOPs to our reference library. Hey, start adding stuff to our calendar. Start coming to our events at our calendar. Stay connected with us. And again, we'll have their emails. We'll have an email list. We'll be able to stay connected with people. So this will be a great start to kickstart us. And our website, again, just creates a hub for where we can push people instead of just here to Discord. So Tiny, please take it away.
Let me try to share my screen. Think tank. Okay. All right. Can you see?
I can see.
Okay. Alrighty, so on WordPress there are a lot of themes. So I was gonna like narrow it, I didn't want to narrow it down myself. So so first I guess like the first question is like what kind of you guys can kind of see the different things. I guess like if anybody just wants to like start throwing stuff out, because I don't even know how to like start narrowing it down by like color or by like feature. Like some of them have like where it's like the picture is the main thing. Other ones have, you know, kind of like this where it's like nothing but pictures. This one here where it's kind of like more, I don't know, that looks like a like one of those link pages.
It's not really fair since we've already put so much effort into RawDAO, but as I said to Mo, if we hadn't already gone this far into RawDAO, I'd say we do the whole thing on the University of Alexandria online and do it all on a classical theme, but that's just me because I'm twisted that way.
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody sees anything that they kind of are liking or any kind of idea, I kind of like those ones that's like that black and white one that's Paris and a bunch of pictures. Wait, it's like right by the blue question mark. You just scroll down, it kind of right there.
Right here?
Yeah, and you had kind of showed one like that before, because then we can have like maybe physical to digital pictures there. I feel like that might be kind of catchy.
Let me hold on. I'm gonna write down like the names of them so that way I can go back.
And again, guys, these are just ones that will just narrow down more. So any ideas that you have, you know, put it out there. And it doesn't have to be black and white. I know we're kind of going for more of the colors, just thoughts.
Like this one where it looks like a, and then I know we have different stuff too. So we have like the resource one, which I'm assuming is going to be, you know, laid out different than the review one. So I think we're doing resource first, right? Kind of like just getting that
resource.
Okay, yeah. First. So let's just say we're focusing on that for right now. And so we're looking for a resource layout, something that'll be good for showcasing resources that we have.
I like that Afterlight one you had just pointed out, actually. Yeah, having like a picture in the back and then the words on the front. Especially because if you guys seen Havel's picture when he made that editorial style flyer for our Fashion Fridays, it's up to like 300 and something likes for that picture. So people definitely like that clean editorial style, and it worked out really well because that's what we wanted, right? To kind of catch this Web 2 audience that enjoys that classical style, kind of as Vlad said, and start transforming them into this Web 3 version.
That one looks kind of cool, but I don't know how that one would work.
Oh yeah, because it has different slides and pictures. Yeah, that's kind of cool. We could do Boardwalk, just put it as an option. Let's see.
Oops.
Well, I was thinking that you would do the website that way and then just extend it right into Neos and have the whole thing so you just literally walk into a 3D version. But I'm crazy.
Yeah, that would be ideal, honestly, having a little link. I know Musashi is kind of good at creating those links that do that and teleporting. So I think we will be able to work something.
Mind me, I get way ahead of myself on stuff like this.
Well, I'm with you on that one.
I can dream big. I can't program with it, so don't mind me none.
Right. It's like I need the skills for it actually now.
And I am also looking at the free themes too. I didn't even like look at the premium ones, so I figured we go right now.
I don't need the programming skills. I just need $1 billion and a team behind me.
Right. That's all it
I
takes.
I can just say this is what I want and have to do it.
Yes.
I have a weird question. Well, I know a little bit about graphic design and branding, but do you have like a signature font or something like that, and signature colors to make it how do you say it? Wait, hold on, what's the word?
Cohesive?
Yes.
Yeah, so mostly I use this one, which is Poppins. It has like 3 different versions. Well, this is just for the social media that I do. I know other people do their own thing, but I do the Poppins Bold. I think that's the light one.
You have made that one picture, Tiny, that said like our brand, our raw brand. Yeah, let's say you actually made a little graphic to make it.
Damn, where's that?
We should do something, some rules to the posters and all of that, right? To make it more cohesive.
Yes, I'm actually about to share this again because we haven't shared it in a while. So this that I'm showing right now is like the thing that we put together for like social media. So like kind of like a checklist, like make sure it's readable, organized, does it follow the colors, does it have a call to action, and then these are like the main fonts that we use. These are all the other colors that we use for the different things, and just stuff that Mo had added in with the black and white with the pops color. So let me share that. Should I do the read or the edit one?
Probably edit, and it's okay, so people can add their stuff too. And then I know you have made another picture too, but that just covered our fonts and branding that made it like easy for people to remember. But that's a cool board that shows like all of our colors to try to keep it cohesive. But it is important for us to again just start keeping those things in mind as we are creating our website, so that our social media is reflecting it, our website's reflecting it, and people are understanding raw. So good point, Issa.
Trying to see if I had anything else in here. I got all kinds of freaking Milanote boards.
I know.
What?
And you got? I think it was in your Canva. I think it was a picture, but it's all good.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
but yeah,
to have like this solid identity, so the people can recognize us easily. For example, Bug. When you see Bug, you visualize the magazine, the font, everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I definitely like that. We'll keep adding to that.
You should scroll down on our Instagram some, Tiny, so that we could see. Just in case people haven't seen the Instagram.
Yeah. So here's it's off right now because I didn't upload the last two here. But
not the preview. I mean the actual Instagram link that you were just at.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one?
And then just scroll down. So if you guys ever see our Instagram, this is how we've kind of pre-planned it. And then if you like click on a slide, that's where we actually have a lot of the content. So that's something that we've kind of been doing with branding so far, with creating this like clean, like black and white, organized, sleek modernness to it, but then we have this crazy pop of color with all of our patterns and crazy designs that kind of end up popping up in the mix as well. So that's been kind of the idea that we've been floating with or branding with, but we're always open to hear new ideas on how we can elevate that and upgrade that. Welcome.
I guess then do we want to like stick to like our black base and then kind of like add on colors, the white and the colors from there?
maybe that is something that we would like to do, is actually keep it black and white, and then the pops of color and green and the color of the NFTs and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you want me to scroll through up to these anymore, or are we happy with the 3 that we got so far?
Did anybody see any themes that they would like us to kind of look at? And of course, we can change all these themes, like the fonts and the colors, and edit it more. So it's more of just like a basic outlook. You know, if you were looking for some resources, we all have been new NFT artists into the space, right? We are creating a hub to say, here's the news on what's happening. Here's some reviews on how other artists felt when they were using these marketplaces. Here's what's happening, you know, in fashion and NFT fashion this week. You know, just all the resources. We want it to be clean, easy, and somewhere people want to look at when they have these questions. Even if it's as simple as like, how do I use Clo 3D? You know, how do I get involved with DAOs? What is this? We want to be that resource hub. And that's what we want our website to reflect as well. And that's why we kind of go with like black and white, because we want to put out that seriousness as well with how we take the education, but then also those crazy pops of color, because we're like, it's not that deep, you know, we're all learning, but we want to live as well as we're learning and learning from each other. So I think that, you know, keeping those in mind, our missions, visions, principles, that is a great point. I feel like I've dropped out a lot of ideas so far. I like Baskerville. I kind of like how the pictures and then words. Also like Diet too, which is kind of over in that same row. Yeah, those two. Because even like for like Diet 2, that one's cool how it's like more colors from all this stuff and then just areas of information.
Okay.
Sergio, did you have any ideas? I know you're kind of familiar with WordPress as well and working on some back-end things.
Oh, this one looks cool.
Oh, yeah.
I think if, like, if the pictures up, that one looks kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, and it looks very, like, educational, informative.
That one.
And some of the stuff we want to get into, too, is, like, actual getting 3D objects to give it a 3D feel and a Web3 version of it as well. So, you guys know this is just how we're starting. I don't see too many other people unmuting to offer different ideas, but if you guys, you know, go on WordPress.com and look through the themes and find any that you think would be cool, feel free to drop them in the ideas chat anytime. Otherwise, I have recorded this call, so it will be reshared, and anybody listening to this replay can share your ideas anytime in the ideas chat. I would love to talk more about everything we've talked about today when it comes to our fashion show, how people can get involved, what that process looks like, as well as our website and making it user friendly.
Actually, that Coherent would look really nice.
What was that?
Hold up, Coherent.
Oh yeah, let me look at that one again.
I mean, obviously we'll change the pictures,
Right.
but you could have the logo raw and all the basic setup up front, so that pops up as your initial landing pop there, and then they scroll down slightly and they get all the information. Basically, a link tree to go to anywhere they need to on the site right there.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it very clean. And at that picture, maybe we can even get like a cool video, right? And give it that extra
With
little
the video,
feel. Yeah.
The only thing with the video is it does take time to load.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, we are getting, you know, most places are getting broadband internet faster, and with Web3, you pretty much have to have it.
Yes.
Maybe, you know, if you don't have that, you don't really belong anyway, because you're not going to be able to participate really well.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know.
Good.
Just thought. I mean,
point.
I guess my thought was the simpler we keep the education side of the page,
Awesome.
that gives anybody a chance to start out and learn.
Yeah.
What do I know?
I like it. And hey, we all figuring it out, right? And we're gonna put it out to the community though. One of the things Sergio had mentioned when we first started our website, we're just making sure all the stuff that we're doing, we are taking it back to our community so they're voting, so that we're not building things that our community doesn't care about anyways, you know? So I think that's really important, that we just come together as a community, look at this together, talk about it together, and make decisions. You know, now we've accomplished this next step. We've accomplished a lot together when it comes to building a website as a decentralized collective. And it's only up from here. We're going to be great examples on how others can. And so yeah, I think that's great. We've got some ideas there. If anybody has any more, feel free to put it out today. Otherwise, we'll probably roll out that poll like I want to say Wednesday at the latest, so that next Sunday we can choose, you know, that final theme or have a final theme chosen and then go from there. So welcome. I see we have a lot of new visitors. If you guys missed it, we are just about wrapping up, but I talked a lot about how you can join our physical to digital fashion show, as well as our website that we're building. So listen to the replay. We would love to hear it. I am also getting ready to drop our weekly recap, where we share all of the great stuff that we've done this week and what's coming up next week. So I hope to see you guys at our next community call next Sunday. We will be building in the Neos Metaverse again on Saturday, and have another week of awesome Twitter spaces, activities, networking events, just a lot of that good stuff. So did anybody have any questions or things that they'd like to add before we roll out for the day? I see Aperion Creations. Hello.
Yeah, just super excited for Neos. Super fun.
Yes, awesome. Yes, please listen to the replay. I would love to hear your ideas for the fashion show and getting you involved.
Sure enough. Have a good one.
Awesome. You too. All right.
Well, thank you guys, and have a lovely day.
Thank you too. Have a great Sunday, everybody.
Thank you. What time you wanna meet back at the jam session thing?
I should have put that in there last, but you know, be me and you jamming no matter what. I see a lot of people went and hopped in orientation. I don't know what's going over there. Oh,
I think Shamgar and Cams went in there a while ago. I think Vlad just kind of hopped in there just now.
Okay. I feel like I should hop in there and make sure everything's okay. And then I still need to finish that flyer. Remember I said it was on my other phone that I was charging? I forgot about that. Well, I didn't even forget about that phone. I was over here making the folder for the Google Drive, and I wanted to make some examples. So